Well, hello there again. This is your old buddy Ponytail Bob, and I'm back again to tell you another story about what I learned in life. And this one is called Lifelong Lesson I Learned at age 7 in a small town in Minnesota, Northfield, Minnesota. And that there's a picture of me and my two buddies, and they play an integral role in this story. Picture taken way back 77 years ago in 1946, what I learned in 1946. And it is indeed a tale with a surprising twist. Now I'm going to do something different with this channel in chapter, I mean. All the previous chapters I've told you what it was I learned. Well, this time I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you the story of how I learned what I learned, and then I'll leave it up to you to decide what it is that I learned. Because each of us is different, and each of us has different experiences in life. So that's what I'm going to do. So this story begins, as I said, way back 77 years ago in Northfield, Minnesota. After the end of the World War II, my folks bought a paint and wallpaper store in Northfield, Minnesota. Small kind of town with a couple of colleges in it. And back in those days, it wasn't all that uncommon for people to live in the back of the store. So that's what we did. We lived in the back of the store, and the paint and wallpaper and all that sort of stuff was up there in the front for the customers. So on this one particular day, it must have been in the summertime, I was out in front kicking around, having fun with my two buddies. Doing nothing, 7-year-olds kicking around doing little of this and little of that and nothing else. So anyway, we're kind of standing there, and then all of a sudden one of my buddies started laughing, pointed to the other buddy, and started singing, Johnny is a Protestant, Johnny is a Protestant. And and he was laughing, when he was singing it, and he looked at me, and it just seemed kind of funny to me, I guess. So I joined in with him. He kind of encouraged me, and I pointed at him too, Johnny is a Protestant, Johnny is a Protestant. We're laughing and pointing at him, and all of a sudden Johnny burst out into tears, turned around and ran away. I still remember him seeing the back of him running away down the sidewalk, and but then I looked over at my buddy to see what he thought, and he was laughing and pointing at him, and so I did too. I joined in, and I laughed at him as he disappeared, I guess. And so I don't know. Apparently, it must have been left me feeling uncomfortable or something. All those years ago, I can't remember details, but must have left me feeling kind of uncomfortable because later in the day when my buddy left and went home, I went into the store and my mom was behind the counter. And I went up to her and I said, Mom, I got a question. She said, okay. And I said, Mom, what's a Protestant? And she must have had a pretty strange look on her face because she said, and I remember, well, honey, that's what we are.